Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. And usually I have my buddy Puccini with me, but he is otherwise occupied at the moment. He's actually outside and I don't think I can get him to come in just now. And so I have my March paper pumpkin alternatives for you, and I have 7 cards. I think you're going to like them. So let's just get started. This is the Memorable Meadows is what it's called. Let me turn it around this way so you can see that. The March paper pumpkin, and it is unusual in that this is their anniversary month. So this time the stamp sets, there are 2 stamps. One is an extra free gift, and I got a kind of a peek at what this paper pumpkin was going to look like. So I ordered an extra one because the paper I thought was just gorgeous. And so I'm in the process of making more cards with this kit. So this is what the stamp set is. It is this flower and these flowers over here with stems and little leaves and centers and all kinds of things, and some dots, which I always appreciate. And the sentiments say, "Have a beautiful birthday," which I love. "You've been on my mind. Heartfelt thanks," and "It's the little things that matter." So it's an absolutely lovely little stamp set. And this, anyway, it's meant to make 3 different cards, and this is the envelope for all of them, and you can see that it's got pattern all the way down the front, so easy to use. Isn't that just gorgeous? So this is a white daisy with pink accents, and this is one of the card bases. This is another of the card bases. So there's lots of room up here to do some things. And you know me, I'm going to cut these apart and make more cards out of it. Same thing with this. That makes a pretty nice card, and I've cut the edge off of that one already. But this makes a nice card, and this scene actually makes a nice card. It's got these balsa wood elements, and as you can see, mine are all intact. I didn't use any of them. Just me, but I didn't think they went particularly well with this scheme. They're so kind of big and blocky compared to how delicate the pieces are here. So I'll use these for another project. I don't need them. And right now I don't see my sheet that describes the whole thing, but you know me, I never make them the way they suggest anyway. And I made 7 different cards, and a couple of them are a little bit off the reservation in that they're quite different than anything in the card kit. And I just wanted to show that you really don't need a whole lot to make some of the cards. So here we have my card number 1, which is just a scene from this card base cut out. And I think it's just this top little piece right over here. And I've used the rest of this for other things in here. Sacrificed one whole side for this. And I put some white twine around this, and a bow, and heartfelt thanks, and some gems across there. And just a real simple little inside place for you to write your message. That is my card number 1. This one is my card number 2. And I used those little dragonflies on this one, and I put "Wishing you the best birthday ever," and I used part of one of those card fronts to make this little extra card that sits on the front, and then on the inside there's more of a place for you to add more message or put a picture or do something like that. So very similar, very a little bit different. And this, I used my deckled die to get a little piece of white in there to write the message. But I thought it looked so pretty with the gorgeous grape showing a lot around that. So that is my card number 2, and it's set up to be a birthday card. And then this one, I used Highland Heather, and then just a little piece of Highland Heather to go across here because I really didn't have any ribbon that's current. And I cut out a daisy out of this same paper here to put that on the top. Did my stamping right on the card front here and turned that card into 2 cards. And in the bottom here, I used another piece of that card with a daisy on it. Since they all coordinate and the colors all match, I thought, now, why not mix and match? Anyway, it's the little things that matter, and this could hold quite a large message across here if you had wanted to make something like that. And that is my card number 3. Then this one, I went back to my stash and grabbed one of those old oval dies that we had and cut out an oval of part of that pattern so that this actually is put on the inside of the card. Then I wrap some twine around the front here, and you can write your message around here, and it decorates both the front of the card and the inside of the card. And on this one, I used Have a Beautiful Birthday and used some gorgeous grape and some twine here, and just wrapped it around to make a little bit different card. And it doesn't matter what embossing folder you use. I ended up using my dauber to go over the top of this to just bring up the detail. And I think it came out really pretty. So that is my card number 4. Then I used one of those card fronts with the daisies on it, and I used some of the envelope paper, and I've used that You've Been on My Mind with a bow, and I wanted that message and decoration to be way up here so you could see this beautiful paper. And so I used just rhinestones here and made it a card that opens this way, and I stamped this little stamp in here, and then I used my blends to fill in the leaves and the flowers and the centers, and to make my inside decoration. And that is my card number 5. And this is another one. Even if you only have a small piece of DSP, I wanted to show by putting a little bit of twine and a few rhinestones and backing your paper with a stamp directly on the card, it's pretty easy to make a simple little card that still is very special. On the inside, I just used a strip of one of these pieces of paper down here and some Highland Heather and a little strip of gorgeous grape. And that's light enough to write your message on the inside. So you don't need a lot of full coverage and everything to do this. And this last one, I used a little piece of gorgeous grape. This is just a card front. And I used this little stamp here. Now you could have used this one plus this one, and just stamped that 3 times, and then used my markers to fill in leaves and a little bit of detail on the petals with a heartfelt thanks, a few diamonds, and this on the inside. Now that is a 5-minute card, 10-minute card, and you could do thousands of those if you wanted to, with a thinking of you, with a happy birthday, with something super simple, little piece of ribbon across here, or like I did, just a tiny piece of cardstock. You don't need a lot of elaborate stuff to make cards that are very attractive. And so I wanted to show those as well. So that is my card number 7. So there you have it. That is my take for the March card. And I thought this one might be kind of fun to do on a dark background, like say the gorgeous grape, with a big piece of white in here, and do this kind of a treatment on the inside of that if you wanted to step it up a notch. And same thing here, maybe just put a smaller piece of white if you use a color cardstock, and use this or this other one as the decoration on the inside with some of this other detail. kind of ran out of time. I needed to get this up. But there you have it. Those are my alternatives this time for the paper pumpkin. And I had a lot of fun with this one. And like I said, I ordered a second one because I knew there was going to be an extra stamp set in this. And I knew this paper was going to be gorgeous. So there we have it. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator, or you could join my team. It's always a good time to join Stampin' Up! $125 gets you a starter kit for $99, and you have one full quarter to make your minimum. Like we just started a new quarter today. This is April, so I guess you have April, May, June. But if you start in May, your first full quarter won't start until June. So if you want to talk about it, my number's always listed just below the video. Give me a holler and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. So that's it for me, and I will be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.